Are you comfortable?
Yes, sir.
Let me begin your test. Good afternoon, I'm your examiner today. My name is RB. Could you tell me your full name, please?
Yes, my full name is Snehanan.
And what shall I call you?
Well, you may address me as Sehu because my friend and family member love to call me by this nickname.
Can I see your ID, please?
Yes, here it is.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, in this part of the test, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself.
Sure, sir.
So, do you study or are you working somewhere?
Well, recently I accomplished my senior secondary education. I am a student and now I am preparing for my entrance exams.
Okay, what is the meaning of your name?
Well, the meaning of my name is spreading love. As according to my parents, I am born for spreading love.
Okay, how are children given name in your country?
Well, on the 12th day after the birth of a child, Namkaran ceremony arranged to conduct the name of a children, and archaeologically it depend on the birthplace and the time of the birth of a children.
Okay, let's move and talk about family. So tell me something about your family.
Well, there are 5 members in my family. We are 3 brothers and sister, and my parents is the head of my family and always support me in my every thick and thin situation.
Okay, do you live in a joint family or nuclear family?
Well, I live in a nuclear family, as we have 5 members in my family.
Okay, what is the importance of family in your life?
Well, according to me, family is everything for me, because without my family, I do not anything. And they introduced me in this brilliant world, and I come to know a plethora of things regarding my life, and I come to a chance to live a beautiful life.
Okay, can you tell me something about your village or city you live in?
Yes, definitely. I live in a small village, but it is sublime, called Kamalwala. There are ample of facility regarding health, education, and park, and many recreational activity also built to rejuvenate ourselves.
Okay, what kind of changes would you like to make in your city or town?
If I talk about the past time, there will be a lot of changes in my countryside, in my hometown, but I want to but there is no girl college, and in this way girls have to move to the city for study. So I would like to request to the government to build a college for the girls.
Okay, would you like to live in a city or village when you get older?
Well, I prefer to live in countryside area, because it is a peaceful and serene place for especially for elders, and they can feel relaxed and rejuvenate themselves in a peaceful and beautiful weather.
Okay, this brings us to the end of part 1. Now I'm going to give you a topic. I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes.
Sure, sir.
Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to prepare. You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'd like you to talk about an important river or lake in your country or hometown. Okay, remember you have 1 to 2 minutes for this.
Yes, sir.
Don't worry if I stop you.
Yes.
And I'll let you know when the time's up.
Okay.
Could you start speaking now?
Yes, definitely. As India is a land of river, there are ample of rivers, for instance Satluj, Ganga and many more. But today, as per my cue card, here I am going to talk about a river of that name none other than Satluj river in Punjab. There are five rivers flowing in Punjab, but Satluj is the longest river in all of them. And honestly speaking, I do not remember exactly when I come to know about this river, but probably it was a time of my 8th standard when I come to know about this river from social science book, and I read that this river start from Tibet and flowing through Himachal Pradesh, eastern western Punjab. And the most probably thing that really impressed me, that lot of farmers depended on this river for their agriculture, as it is a great source of irrigation and provide water for their crop to the farmer. And the second thing that 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 it is a good source of producing electricity, as there is a lot of dam is also built around this river, and many as many masses doing fishing, as it is a good source of their livelihood. And these things are really impressed me, because a lot of lives totally depend on this river. And we can easily come to know that without water agriculture is impossible, because as it is as 50% of our GST depend on agriculture, and without agriculture I don't think economic area is best for our economical.
Okay, could I take your paper, pen and pencil back, please?
Sure, sir.
Thank you. Okay, now I'm going to ask you some more general question related to this.
Sure.
So, why do many people like going places with water, such as lakes, rivers, or seas?
Well, there are ample of reasons. First and foremost, they have keen interest in going to such places like river, lake, and beaches. They have keen interest in this sport because of hectic schedule, and most of the cities are around shopping malls and multiplex. They do not have enough time to spend with themselves, so that's why they prefer to go on the beaches and river to rejuvenate themselves.
Okay, what kind of leisure activities do people like to do in water places?
Well, there are plethora of leisure activity which people likely do most, which people like do most in these places. First and foremost is swimming, that is life saving skill, and the second is and there are a lot like boating and snorkeling and scuba diving and many more.
Okay, let's move on and talk about, do children and old people relax in the same way when they go to the beach?
I don't think that there is a vast difference between enjoying moment at the beach, because if I talk about the young children, they have full of beans and active, and so they prefer to do plethora of activity like playing volleyball and doing swimming and other activities. In spite of this, if I talk about the older people, they do not have enough interest to do these activity because of weakness of physical health, so they prefer to making a sand castle nearby the river or lake.
Okay, why do you think people like water sports?
Well, I think people like water sport because of plethora reason. Nowadays, because of hectic schedule whole of cities are around hustle and bustle, and they become frustrated from this, and at that time they need to regenerate themselves. For that they prefer to go water sports, so that they can easily feel fully energized and relax themselves.
Okay, do people travel by boat in your country?
Boat is not enough popular in my country, but there are a plethora of state in which boat is more popular, and there is Kerala is the one of the most popular state. In this state, a boat race is also introduced in a year, so many of people also took part in this and also enjoy that moment.
Okay, moving on to talk about how important is water in daily life.
Water play an indispensable role in everyone's life, because without water we cannot imagine our life as it's like life without water is no meaning. So that's why it's a very important role of water in everyone's life.
Okay, do you think human activity is posing a threat to oceans globally?
Yes, definitely. Human activity poses a threat to ocean, because survey revealed that a lot of oceans are a lot of oceans are a lot of oceans and mammals' life will be on the exerting line, because of oceans race, as a lot of tourists put a lot of tourists throw plastic bags in oceans, which create difficulty in the mammal lives.
Okay, are the rivers in your country suffering from serious pollution?
Yes, definitely. As most of the people throw a lot of waste in the river. Also some factories release chemicals in the river. Because of this, a lot of mammal species are existing, and it is a vast and it have a vast effect on the mammal's life as well as the river.
Okay, how important are rivers and lakes to the cities where they are located?
Well, they play an indispensable role, because firstly it enhances the beauty of city, and secondly it also a great source of it also allure the tourists toward the city, also boost the economy, and is a good source of income, I think.
Okay, is there much water transportation in your country?
No, there is no much transportation in my country, but there are few water transport in my country to export goods in another country.
Okay, thank you so much. This is the end of your speaking test.